Hello again, everyone. I hope y'all are looking forward to this next talk as much as I am, because it is going to be all about talking about what happens when your body is the dev board. So that's some really, really great, weird shit, and we're here for it. Our first speaker, because we got two speakers for this one, blends cosplay, code, and creativity into a career that defies convention, and that's a lot of C's in one sentence, so we appreciate the alliteration as well. With early roots in game development at Marvel Studios and now a senior software engineer at Microsoft, Amie's work spans Xbox R&D, wearable tech, and 3D printing. She's a Lego master, a body hacking pioneer with four chip implants, and the force behind a custom proto-pasta filament, Blood of My Enemies, in case anyone is interested, and it's very beautiful, which helps fund her Dansby Scholarship for Girls in STEM at the National Video Game Museum. This is an incredible CV we're getting right here, by the way. Our second speaker is a hacker with a penchant for making abstract threats alarmingly real. Thank you. His pioneering automotive security dissertation work has earned both IEEE and USENIX. I didn't want to, thank you. I didn't know how to say that one exactly in a way that didn't sound weird, but thank you. Test of Time Awards, as well as a 2021 Golden Goose Award. Please help me in welcoming to the Hackaday Super Conference stage, Amie Dansby and Karl Koscher.
Yeah, didn't get to practice first.
There we go. Cool.
Yay. All right. Well, you want to start or you want me to start?
You start.
All right, so welcome to Hands-On Hardware. Join us in this very strange and weird adventure. Briefly, my name is Amie Dansby. I think Allie did a way better introduction than I ever could, so thank you. I'd give a summary of myself as I just like to make shit. And somewhere along the way, I met Karl.
Yeah, so I used to be an academic computer security researcher. Now I do compiler stuff, but I still like to hack on things in my free time.
Okay. So I think it's kind of just important to talk about, just quick disclaimers, there will be no blood or implant or any install of that, so no one will have to worry. If you do want to see that, I will have links later and y'all can look at it, but there won't be any of that in here. One thing I briefly want to talk about, since this is a tech talk and everyone comes in here with a different baseline, I think it's kind of just important to have like a clear expectation from the beginning. I know some people come in here and they can probably make an NFC reader out of a paperclip, and some people just came in and said, hey, cool, it beeps. So essentially when we talk about like the RFID and the way that we're going to actually say that, Karl, how do I scroll down for this?
It's not a touch screen. That's very interesting. It took over the mouse cursor. What?
You broke it.
Oh no. Oh wow.
Well, you know.
We're doing it live. Yeah. Let's do that, and then this is going to happen several times today because we have various live demos. So just be prepared for that.
Welcome. Go to this.
Yep. Boom, boom. All right, and then we move.
What are you doing?
I'm extending it. Extend. Where did it go? Choose go. Okay. There we go.
I'm gonna make you act it all out instead. Yes, no?
Yeah, but oh my god. Oh, now we have the mouse cursor back.
For now.
For now.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So briefly, what is biohacking? I think a lot of people just think it's some weird futuristic thing, but essentially I summarize it as it's just a technology to enhance the body you already have. There's things like pacemakers, or you have cataract lenses, hearing aids. All of those are something to improve your quality of life. My NFC chip implants just happen to do a little bit more. I kind of think of like chip implants as the same way as you might think of glasses. contacts or LASIK. Each one has a different level of convenience, and glasses work fine, but the technology made some of those pieces a little bit easier along the way. I got my first chip implant, I think, in 2015. And somewhere along that entire weird journey of sharing on the internet and not knowing what I was doing, I met Karl, who happens to be an expert in this. And through all of this fun stuff, he had to hang out with me a lot because he literally had to scan all of the implants in my arms.
There are pictures later.
All right, you want to talk about any of the, just like the NFC focus stuff?
I thought you were doing that.
Okay, I guess I am. Oh no, there's all gone. So for the purpose of this talk, when we talk about RFID and NFC, we're talking about the biochip implants, which is just implants that are under the subdermal layer in the skin. Oh man. Okay, so RFID and NFC, so we're going to get on the same frequency here. So radio frequency identification and near-field communication both use radio waves to transmit data. Think like tap to pay, hotel room keys, all of that fun stuff. I have 4 chip implants. These are kind of the locations. They're on my forearms and in my hands. And they all run on 13.56 megahertz, which is high frequency. And 2 of them light up. They have LEDs, because why not? And how they get implanted is similar to, it's a hollow needle, so some are injected that way, and some require a little bit more finesse. That's not for everyone. Okay. Quick common questions, because everyone asks these, and I figure I'll get them out of the way so you can think of other questions to ask me later. So how do they charge? They don't. They're passive. Same thing if think of like you do Apple Pay or anything like that with or hotel room key or anything like that. They're encapsulated in a biopolymer. Let's see what else. Metal detectors, I guess. Metal detectors at the airport, never have any problems with that. Your glasses or your I guess like your phone or something like that, they have more, not your phone, what's the?
No. IUDs?
Oh yeah. IUD from a copper birth control implant has more metal in it than my implants do.
MRIs?
Oh yeah,
How are
MRIs.
MRIs?
I have an MRI every year, never had any problems. Though, I mean, they always ask questions, but
And why do you do this?
do what?
Get all these implants.
I mean, it's fun. It's weird. Do I need an answer?
I thought you were, well, never mind.
What do you want me, what do you want me to say?
Oh, that you have poor impulse control.
Man, okay. Yes, yes, okay, he's essentially saying just because I have 4 chip implants does not make me the expert in this. I mean, I have 5. I got a new one on Saturday.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
because
was going to say,
fi-
what's that?
Just because I have 5 does not make me an expert. It just means I have really poor impulse control. And thank you, Karl, for reminding me of that.
Yeah, so basically, when we were doing this project, we came up with a list of different RFID tags, NFC tags that we wanted to replicate inside of her without having to take apart these chips and making a separate injectable or implantable device. And so we came up with a whole list of things. We'll show that in a minute. And we will just be going through these in sort of an order from least complex to most complex. And then we'll do some demos along the way of things that actually worked.
And didn't work.
Yeah, so this is a list of the various things that we tried doing. So Seattle has this public transportation card called Orca. So we wanted to see if we could clone that into one of her implants. We did a GPG signing of git commits. I say by hand, but it's really by arm. U2F, Universal Second Factor Authentication with the FIDO protocol. Windows login. We tried doing unlocking starting cars. This sous vide robot kitchen device that you have that uses NFC. We just visited Disneyland, so we were trying to figure out if we could replicate the magic bands into implants. Some fun stories there. Nintendo Switch, Amiibos, things like that. Yeah, and some other fun stuff that we will get into later. So This is a list of the various tools that we used for this project. So one, there was all the implants that were already in Amie. We used a Flipper Zero, of course, because that has NFC capabilities. It wasn't, too useful, but it would at least tell us what kind of card something was.
We definitely look more suspicious carrying that one around, though.
Yeah. So the Proxmark 3 and the Chameleon Mini are more discreet and sort of card-sized, so you can put it. The nice thing about these is that they can sniff the communication between an NFC tag and the reader, so you can see what's going on there, and you can just like sandwich it in between the card and the reader, and it will intercept that. Then there are a couple of USB NFC readers that we use. A very popular one these days is the ACR 122U. There's a newer version out now, but that's fine. And then I had this ancient OmniKey 5321 reader.
Protocol stuff.
Yeah, so just a little background on how NFC generally works. So there's the standard called ISO 14443, and that's sort of the technology that makes all of this possible. And the way that it works is you have an active reader and a passive tag, and they are coupled together inductively. So you can sort of think of this as a transformer without a core. So you can send power across inductively, and you can also send data. The reader modulates its power to send the data over, and then the tag modulates how much power it draws to send the response back. Each of these has a 4 to 7 byte unique ID. There's some anti-collision stuff in the protocol that lets you talk to multiple tags simultaneously, and when you select one, it sends back some identifying information about what you selected.
All right, go for a couple of them. Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
No, you can talk about. I mean, we kind of tried to put them into what we called like simple categories, and some, I guess, a little more advanced. But we kind of go through. Though I don't feel like some of these were very simple, but you can go ahead. You can talk about the MFAIR and the INTAG ones after you drink water.
I needed water.
I mean, I can dub for you if you want.
Yeah, sure.
No. Essentially, like the way that Karl mentioned before, how they work is they need an antenna, and the antenna is done through a copper coil. Sometimes you often see them like this. This is a transparent one that Adafruit sells. But the shape of the coil and the size of the coil matters for the distance of the reader. It definitely helps, I guess, like be more accurate. You can be farther away. Though it's not always the case. I think the Lego dimensions was a little finicky.
That was funky. We'll get into that. So there's some sort of standard NFC tags. NXP is a major player in this space. They have a couple of storage-only tags. There's one called NTag, and then there's also MyFair Ultralight tags. Both of these are generally just used for data storage. They do optionally support like a 4-byte password to password protect reading or writing certain parts of memory if you want. And then on top of that, there's this in-depth specification that sort of describes ways to format the data on the card so that it's interoperable between different phones, different readers, different tags, things like that. So you can encode URLs on there, you can encode contact info, Wi-Fi credentials, all sorts of things. And we'll demo some of that later.
Okay, so this is a fun one. So 2 of the implants I have LEDs in them. And a lot of people ask how it's interested. They're actually, so one of the ones I have that's in the top of my hand, it's split into 2 large memory sectors. And both of those are in tags. And the kind of way they work is they have this indicator, so it switches in between, so you're not having any interference with the chip itself. I'm trying to think, do you want to talk about like the path or anything like that for how the power induction works?
Yeah. So the interesting thing about this particular chip is that it's designed to connect to a microcontroller, and so that you can send data into it and out of it over I2C, and it is also designed to power that microcontroller passively. So it has its own voltage regulator in there as well. This particular implant repurposes that power regulator just to light up the LEDs.
Well, it also makes it nice because you don't know where the reader is specifically, so it's like a little token testing device. Ooh, okay. Now we're getting into some of the stuff that we actually tested. I don't cook. I hate to cook. It's like my worst fear. I hate going to the grocery store. So I have this little robot sous vide kitchen oven. The way it works is like it tells you put stuff in top zone, put stuff in bottom zone. It has an NFC tag. You touch it, it does everything else. You don't have to do anything. So we thought, oh yeah, that should be easy. No way they would have like any security or anything on there. So let's write it to me and see if it works.
So this is a dump from the NXP Tag Info app on Android, and as you can see, there's a bunch of random bytes here. Turns out the only bytes that matter to the sous vide robot to tell it what kind of meal it is are the last 2 bytes. Everything else is just a cryptographic signature to prevent you from creating these on your own.
Yeah.
So we were able to get it to sort of recognize that she was a meal, but it...
Yeah, it didn't know what kind of meal I was.
Yeah.
Like the... Do you have the pass-through for the audio on this?
Yeah, well, let's see.
It's not. Whatever. It makes a fun beeping sound.
Yeah, I'm not sure if...
No, it's okay for the future ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then my favorite, I guess, was the Lego Dimensions stuff. Is that was one of the first things I ever wanted to do with my implants is put them into this game. So essentially, the way they work, if you're not familiar with it, you have a console like the Xbox, and then you have a toy gamepad. And you have a physical device. I think I brought one around here somewhere. Where is it? It's around here. Got it. And they have NFC readers in them. You put them on the gamepad, and the character actually appears in the game, which is pretty fun. So my idea was like I want to put this literally in my implant, and then be able to put it in the game, and then it shows up and says I'm Lego Batman or something. This is essentially like just how it works. And I think the interesting thing about this is like the antenna read range on the top is quite large, and then the other ones are segregated into 3 on the left and 3 on the right. But without the cover, it was not reading it, which was like kind of an interesting thing. So of course we took it apart, and the Lego brick separator like actually worked really well to take it apart, which is quite entertaining. I guess all that to say is like we got it to work. I was very, very happy.
Yeah,
It's
if you watch the video back there, it's kind of hard to see, but there's Batman.
Yeah,
she is Batman.
It made me very happy. But of course you have to have the cover off, but it's still very fun.
So there was some complications in getting this to work. So there's not only the data that tells you what kind of character there is, there's also a bunch of data that you can't read without the password, and it also will try to authenticate the tag by using that password. Luckily, someone else has already reverse engineered how to generate the password from the UID of the tag. And so there's like a JavaScript program out there that lets you generate these for whatever characters you want.
It's also their paid characters, so I guess that's also a big reason that they were like trying to like lock that down, which makes sense. The Nintendo also has amiibos, which is essentially the same technology, and it worked on the Switch for Zelda, which is very fun. And the photo on y'all's right, you can see my chip, like the LED on the implant. So that's nice having the LED for the indicator. Yeah. What else? What else was on next? Oh no.
Well, let's see if this works.
Oh no. Which one are we doing?
Let me switch to. Change. Entire screen.
What are you gonna do? Oh, scan me. I forgot.
Yeah.
Which one?
So I'm doing the smart health cards thing. So people are not familiar with smart health cards. This is something that was originally designed by Microsoft, but then widely adopted as a sort of proof of your COVID vaccine status. And so I thought this would be an amusing demo because there's all sorts of conspiracy theories about the government implanting chips in you with your COVID record and stuff. And it's not as.
Are you going to try to make the internet come at me?
Huh? Yeah.
Is it in this one?
Yeah, I think so. So let's see. Oop.
Don't cut me with the glass here.
It did.
Got it? Okay. Slice me earlier.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is super reliable technology.
Oh, you put the tape on it.
Yeah.
That's
Wait.
probably why.
No? It should.
Well, you know, live demo.
Live demo. Let's see if I do.
You lied.
Okay, it read that there. Why is it not? I don't know, iPhones, man. Here, let me turn this off. Oh, there we go. Open health tag. Oh yeah, it's like, I want all this health info. All right, where's the notification?
You just erased it. That's how iPhones work.
It's very hard with two microphones up here. Just juggling all this. Here, let's go back to the lock screen. Oh, there we go. Tap, tap, open in health. There we go. Oh, hey, it's my COVID vaccine record.
Wait, why did you put that one on there?
You know, for the lulz.
Oh, no. Also, you can easily erase most of these, except for the Lego Batman one. That was actually kind of questionable.
Yeah, we got that. We undid that eventually.
You can do the webpage one.
Huh?
You can do the webpage one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. Let's cast the phone again. Doo-doo. All right.
Now you get to hold my thing again. I can tell you're not an iPhone user.
It's true.
I think it's in this one. Okay, just cut me.
All right, so in her hand is a link to the schedule for Hackaday, which has our talk on it. So yeah, you can do all sorts of interesting stuff with this.
Fun party trick.
Yep. Let's see, now I want to
You sure?
change this back to extended, and then go back to Chrome. All right. Why is, okay, we'll just deal with that. So for more sophisticated NFC tags, they sort of act like smart cards. So just to give some background on how a smart card works, sort of the concept is that you have a device that can do secure computation and storage of keys and cryptography and things like that, even when an adversary is in physical possession of the card. So you can think of things like stored value cards, where the card itself actually has how much value it has in memory. These are used for DRM systems like satellite TV. They are used for SIM cards because the phone companies don't want people cloning these and having multiple people being able to use a single cell phone account. And the way that these generally work is that the host sends what is known as an APDU, or Application Protocol Data Unit, to the card. Basically it looks like this. There's an instruction class, the instruction, 2 1-byte parameters, and then an optional extra data that gets sent over. And the card processes that and sends back some optional data and then 2 status bytes. 7816 also defines some standard commands like select get data, get file, etc. And you can use these to select different files or applications on the card. And all of this can be encapsulated by the NFC spec.
Yep. I guess one thing you mentioned, like the chip itself, like that you kind of showed, the chip itself cannot be scanned. It actually needs an antenna. So for, I think, my second implant, literally I went through and would dissolve them in acetone. The acetone does not affect the copper antenna or the chip itself. I don't know if this will work, but I like to pretend along the way like I knew what I was doing. Just make sure, like, when you're filming stuff, that your phone and your camera is like far away from the acetone that you drop it into. So yeah, that was a poor life choice. But essentially, it's also very fascinating how they go through and they actually like dissolve based on the location of where the chip is on the card. And essentially, the antenna that came with the original one.
What card is this?
Oh yeah, this is my Tesla one. I have so many, keep forgetting. This one was specifically for my Tesla Model 3 from, I guess, 2018. And the first photo on the left is of a chip underneath a microscope, and the antenna itself was, I don't know, kind of turned into garbage. So end up making a new one, and this pattern specifically is supposed to help with a better read range, especially on a curved surface, which is part of the arm. And then this is my friend that helped me encase it in a biopolymer to be able to put underneath my skin. And then kind of how it works. It was very tender when I first did it, so it was feel very awkward. Yeah, but it just works. I have it saved under virus now, which is quite entertaining. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the next one.
Yeah, so NXP makes these chips called Deathfire chips. That is an upgrade from their old classic MyFair cards. And these also support multiple applications per card. They fix all of the proprietary crypto bugs that they had in the original MyFair stored value cards. And you can actually do secure mutual authentication and encryption and authentication using either DES, triple DES, or in newer ones, AES. You can decide whether you need a key to read or write, or whether the data needs to be encrypted or not. They're pretty flexible, and so they're used in all sorts of places. And one place that it's used is Seattle Public Transit. Mm-hmm. You want to explain what's going on here?
Yeah. So Karl has been working on the Orca Seattle transit for a while, way longer than I have, and he's been trying everything. And you have to kind of be discreet. So this is a old phone that was my grandpa's. So I don't know if it'll work, but he put it on this giant phone and told them that he had tap to pay. And I mean, they never questioned it.
I don't think that particular. So I did hide my Orca card inside the phone. Unfortunately, the phone was just a little too thick for that to work. But
for the read range.
Yeah.
I'm a little more discreet because the implant's in me, but you can still see that it will pick up and it will activate the LEDs that are inside of my arm. They tend to work with both of the ones that run on a Java applet as well as the XSID. I mean, they're all 13.56, but it's quite entertaining. I mean, other than trying to replicate it, I think you talked about some of that in here. Or did you?
About what?
Oh, the legacy systems of why you weren't able to replicate.
Yeah. So I was going to talk about this here. So basically, the old Orca system stored the value, your sort of cash value on the card, and passes on the card, and so it used these Deathfire cards to protect that. There's a newer system that uses online account-based stuff, so it doesn't need as much protection, but it still does mutual authentication with the card. So unfortunately, we can't really clone that easily. I think I might have discovered some vulnerabilities in how they upgrade old cards to the new system, such that we can recover the keys that way, but that's still a work in progress.
Oh yeah, we also ventured to a few of the electric car stores to test on them since I didn't want to buy these cars. And very interesting enough, the Lucid, which is another electric car, they pretty much use the exact same technology that Tesla uses, where the reader is in the driver's side profile wall on the exterior and activate. Man, you can't even see that very well. But it activates the LEDs very easily. The read range is actually quite good, much better than the Tesla, I would have to say. But very much exactly the same. I think on the inside too.
It was very interesting what was on these cards. They let us scan these cards for some reason.
Social engineering at its finest, y'all.
So there's like 2 files on this card. There's one that has like the key ID, or what I assume is the key ID.
The master key down at the bottom.
Yeah. Then there's this other application that you have to do mutual authentication with to sort of authenticate that the card is what it is and says it is and isn't cloned. So can't easily clone that, but we'll get back to that later.
So if any of you have been to Disneyland or Disney World, they have this idea of the magic band, which is you wear it on your wrist, and essentially all it does is lets you into either your hotel room, you can pay. They have these fun little features around the land where you can activate. So in Batuu in Star Wars, they have a bounty hunter one, and it picked up and worked on my LEDs, which was also quite fun. I'm sure they were wondering what we're doing. Real bounty hunters. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, yeah.
So Disney really does not like people mucking around with these. So as it turns out, there is an online service that will remove the RFID chip from your Magic Band, add an antenna, encapsulate it in a biocompatible material, and implant it in you. There's like 1 or 2 people who have done this, and it seems to have freaked them out. Like they have these instructions in their stores now.
I would like to put this on my CV.
But yeah, this is also another Deathfire card. We can emulate Deathfire cards in existing implants, but we need the keys. And once again, here's sort of a dump of what's on a Magic Band. This is the park entry application. As you can see, we can read out some data, but can't read out some other data and need to authenticate with that. We think we know how they generate the keys, and so it may be possible at some point to actually copy some data out, but that is still future work.
Mm-hmm. They do 4 things, essentially. Park access, there were 4 things, right?
Yeah. Well, park tickets, an e-purse for like payment, hotel, and a mystery 4th option.
One, yeah, we didn't know what that one was. To be determined.
All right, so for the really advanced tags, they're often full-blown applets written in Java or a subset of Java called Java Card. And it looks like Java, but it's really limited. No garbage collection, no characters, no strings, no floats, no multi-dimensional arrays. Ints are optional. There's really there's no standard.
There's no standard for it, yeah.
Well, there is a standard. You don't get the standard Java API.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't get threads. There are exceptions, so that's fun. Basically, your instance variables are saved in EEPROM, which have limited write cycles, so you have to be careful about what you update in these cards. And the basic interface for your Java card applets is that you have one method that gets called when your applet is installed, and that's when you allocate all your memory and objects and stuff, and then you have another method that gets called when one of these APDUs is passed to the card. And then there's a question of how to actually load these applets onto the card, and this is something called Global Platform now. It was originally called Open Platform, and it came from Visa, of all places. And the idea is that, the idea was that Visa wanted to be the one card that you had in your wallet that did everything. So that traditional payments, transit, key card access, things like that. So they came up with this way to allow third-party applications to be loaded onto their credit cards. And they came up with this whole sophisticated system to secure it. The card owner or the card issuer would be able to authorize particular applications to be loaded onto the card. Never really took off.
No.
None of the issuers thought it was a good idea, so it kind of died.
And Visa does not want you to put it on chip implants.
Oh yeah, Visa really does
Yeah,
not
yeah.
want you to
MasterCard
put,
too.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, this is still used all the time for SIM cards, and now the secure elements in phones, like in iPhones and Android phones, they run Java Card, a Java Card OS, and they use a global platform to load applications onto it. So it's still around. And this is how some third-party wallets can get, or cards can be loaded into Apple Pay. It just like injects the custom Java Card applet.
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't like that when I started out doing that. It was all like done through a computer. It was very manual, took forever. And then now companies like VivoKey and Fidosman, they have wrappers that are built around the global platform for that. So literally it's just you scan your chip implant and you can install any of these on here. It's not fair. It's so easy now. But I guess, that's the point of going through all of that and sharing.
Yep.
What else is on here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we might skip this demo just for we're running low on time. But basically, you can register for an account on one device and scan your own implant, and then you can go log in on any other device by just entering your username and scanning your implant. Works the same as a FIDO2 token or U2F token. Yeah, so that's another application that can be loaded into these implants. A very interesting application that can be loaded into these implants is a PGP or GPG smart card. And so these are, GPG is a way to sign, authenticate emails or other messages. It's also used for encryption. It was originally designed to protect email and make email secure. But now it's often used for things like signing Git commits, and yeah, Git uses PGP directly. With a smart card, the keys never leave the card, or the private keys never leave the card, so they're very hard to compromise.
Which makes it nice. Though I will say the one thing for this going through is I have to keep my arm still on the reader, and I kept moving around. So Karl duct taped this
yeah,
reader
we're gonna show this. Yeah, so one of the issues with that is loading the applet onto the implant, and that takes a while because the interface is pretty slow. And if you move a little bit, then the process gets interrupted, and you have to delete it and start over again.
Tape.
Yeah, so
couldn't type, couldn't drink my wine. It was terrible. Let's see. So essentially, we're going to show something really quick, how GitHub verifies the commits. So if you're familiar with GitHub, they head into a repo. Essentially, when you push a change or you have anything that you're committing to that branch or your own branch, it's verifying that this commit came from you, that is a real person, and this key, I believe, has to be tied to your GitHub account specifically. And then you'll see the SSH, and as well, you'll see that it's verified.
all right, so let's actually demo this.
Okay.
Doing another live demo. Being dangerous here. Changing this over to entire screen. Start mirroring. Bring up Visual Studio Code. Should we do it live? You want to respond to that?
I don't know. What?
I don't know. You're like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh, God, I can't type with one hand.
Hack day.
Listen, I have one hand. All right.
All right, cool. We're going to save that. We are going to commit this. we'll just say more deep thoughts. And then we'll commit that. Oh yeah, I have
didn't
to
pull your latest.
stage the change. We'll do that. All right.
You're just committing to the main
And
branch.
now we've configured Git to sign this commit. And so now it wants a smart card with that particular serial number, and that smart card is inside you.
This one, I think, right?
Huh?
This one?
Well, yeah, and
Give me this.
yeah, this is gonna get fun. Oh, it's not. Did it?
That's my implant.
Yeah. I didn't hear a beep. Oh, there we go. All right. And it wants a pen because reasons. We think we can work around that, but you can ask us about that later.
I'm not going to create a branch. You're just creating.
No. What?
You're
All right.
committing to main.
Yeah.
You're-
We'll just get pushed that.
No, the Wild West.
Look. All right. I'll open this back up here. We have commits on here. There's more deep thoughts
No, it's
verified.
got my name on that committed directly to main. This is terrible. No
Yeah.
branch, no PR. This is a
It's-
terrible demo.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Let us continue. Where is? Oh, we stopped the presentation.
No, that's because I did the link slide for the demo. That one specifically.
Windows login. So it turns out Windows actually supports. Why is? Oh, yeah. Windows supports smart card logins natively. And where did the other?
Karl had a wonderful time with Windows login.
Oh yeah.
At least no more demos, so.
Yeah, that was the final demo. So
Cool.
we'll do this. All right. Give me my mouse cursor back. Yeah. So since Windows 2000, Windows has actually supported had native support for smart card logins. And for a bunch of reasons that are listed on the slide, it was very hard to implement. There is some open source, OpenPGP crypto service provider driver that you can download to make this work with OpenPGP smart cards. You have to hack the driver and do some really weird stuff. It requires setting up an Active Directory and domain joining everything and set up a whole public key infrastructure with a CA and blah, 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 blah. And in the end, it didn't work for us for unknown reasons.
Oh, you tried, though.
Oh, yeah. So in later versions of Windows, they support these PIV cards. So this is a standard from the US government, mostly for the executive branch, to do authentication of federal employees. As a fun side note, the Senate got very jealous of the executive branch and all their fancy smart cards. And so they decided to put a fake chip picture on all of their ID badges. That still continues to this day. Interestingly enough, I think the only people who really still use smart card logins on Windows is the federal government. Microsoft badges used to have them, but they don't anymore. So we also tried to get that to work, and for various reasons, it didn't work. I came across this article like a week or two ago, basically saying that, Microsoft intentionally broke the old way of doing things, which is what the OpenPGP driver used, and you had to do a registry hack to get it to work again. And yeah, that was me after way too long to trying to get this to work. But theoretically, it works. There's another application that you can load onto these cards. There's a spec out of the Car Connectivity Consortium that lets you have like a generic car key app. This is maybe going to be supported by more cars in the future, but it's in its infancy right now.
Payments.
Yeah, EMV stands for EuroPay, MasterCard, Visa. This is the standard for chip and contactless payments. It is insanely complicated. There is a simpler version that was rolled out for contactless payments in the US initially that just emulated a mag stripe. However, they have disabled that ability in the past couple of years. So we were hoping that we could just take a mag stripe off of like a gift card or something and have that be sent over the EMV protocol, but can't really do that anymore. And you need all these crypto keys from your card issuer to clone your card.
But I mean, it's still, credit cards still use a Java applet, so that's why we were like, oh yeah, this should be easy. But
Yeah.
we were at Disney and I was scanning on the payment card, and I was actually very impressed that she knew exactly what I was doing right away. She only called me crazy once, so it was it worked out.
Yeah, so I don't know. I sort of see this as a vision of the future that we never really ended up getting. Like smart cards kind of died off for the most part. They still exist. And now things are like moving to the phone, and they have, you know, the secure elements in the phone are basically smart cards that have all these applications on it, and they speak NFC. And so I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of sense to implant one in you. Just my personal take. But you know,
I also don't like needles. So.
well, yeah, there's that. But I don't know. It's quite possible that you know, a lot of this technology will continue on in weird and interesting ways.
I mean, that's kind of the point, though. You're talking about is like, hey, you struggle along the way, and you pretty much help to like make it easier for the people that come after you. I mean, that was the whole work that we did for some of the car applets for Java. Is it's so easy to install it now, and it kind of makes me frustrated. But I realize all the work that we did on the back end is just to help make it easier. I guess I would say probably the simplest, most reliable tools that you probably use were probably built upon people's struggles, failures, and probably lots of curse words, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
We will be, I don't know, probably outside in the alley for questions.
Because we're already out of time.
Yep.
If you would want this this repo or I guess the slide deck, I have them on my hand, so you can scan me and you can get it later after. It's my little party magic trick.
Yep.
Yep. Some of the sources that we reference are also in here. Take your photos now. And also, I have to do this. One of my favorite things, Karl had not seen K-pop Demon Hunters. If you have not seen it, you should. And so I made him watch it, and now he's absolutely loves this song. So then I can say, now it's done. Thank you all very, very much.